pop epic Mother Mary, slay of the century, to feature Anne Hathaway and Michaela Coel as lovers. Anne Hathaway and Michaela Coel are teaming up to play girlfriends in Mother Mary, an upcoming A24 film about a pop star's relationship with her fashion designer. In other words, an LGBTQ plus pop romance that will almost definitely have dark undertones. Anne Hathaway will be playing a pop artist while Michaela Coel will be the fashion designer. But that's not all, because Mother Mary's soundtrack will be created entirely by queer fan favorite Charlie XCX, while Jack Antonoff, best known for producing music by Lana Del Rey, Lorde, and Taylor Swift, will assist with soundtrack duties. That's going to be great. The film's title either alludes to Jesus' mother or the gay Twitter meme about women being a bit slay. Knowing what we know already, we're assuming it's the latter. According to Deadline, Mother Mary will be created by A24, the film production company behind the Oscar-sweeping Everything Everywhere All at Once and hit HBO show Euphoria. David Lowery, known for A Ghost Story and The Green Knight, has written the script and will sit in the director's chair. Predictably, LGBTQ plus Twitter has gone into meltdown as a number of queer interests collide all at once. One fan wrote, quote, Mother Mary, more like mothers too many. Another wrote, quote, pop stars, fashion designer, lesbians, A24. Yeah, they made it for me. I love this story. The story makes me happy. Because I mean, we're another story, you know, I know we're going to talk about representation in media shortly. But it's so nice to, see these kind of spaces and it's A24, which has done so much great work in the past and kind of making sure that LGBTQ voices and faces are seen and heard and their stories are told. And they've done so at great acclaim, right? Like whether it's Moonlight or I just saw last weekend, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Such a queer film, and such a beautiful film.
We need to mention that A24 also put out The Whale, which won Brendan Fraser Best Actor, which is also a gay-themed movie.
Sure.
We need to mention that.
Well, A24 has taken over from Miramax as the art house studio of choice without the icky, rapist thing. But I actually am very glad that LGBTQ themed movies are back in the front burner in the entertainment and the award show, especially right now when our representation is coming directly under threat by various national, state, and international actors. I will follow that up later in the next piece.
Well, it's so important that they're telling these kinds of human stories and not, just following the model of, major blockbuster, superhero, Star Wars, which all I love, by the way. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. Please never stop putting out Star Wars movies. But these human stories are really important to tell right now. We need to get away from the escapism and start seeing media that is about real life. It helps us to build compassion for people. It helps us to understand where people we might not know in real life are coming from. So kudos to A24.
I have a quick follow-up question. Does that include even Solo?
Yes, it includes. Solo was actually really good. I'm so sorry it was a victim of bad marketing, but that was such a good Star Wars movie.
You are incorrect. And one last thing before we move on. A24 does do great work, and they put on fantastic junkets, so call me. I'd love to get back on that circuit. My favorite Anne Hathaway story, I was interviewing her for the first Alice in Wonderland movie, and it was, she played the White Queen, Helena Bonham Carter played the Red Queen. So I go in there, I sit down, the two of them are there together, sit down and look, and I go, oh, look at us. 3 queens on a Sunday morning. It was one of the best moments of my life, and I love it. Mwah. Annie, I love you so much.
Sweet.
Plus News is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ+ community.